Baahubali, extravagance even in the way it sounds. It's not only the way it looks.
I think he's one of the best.
The bigness to the writer, director himself, to Rajamouli, because
He's planning such a big film. First time when Rajamouli told me this line, 3 to 4 scenes, it's like I really got goosebumps and all at that time. But I didn't know it was like he's planning such a big film. He told me like it's going to be like this and that, but we never knew it is like now it is like huge. Really
become
huge.
bigger than
What
anyone
he
was
started
expected.
when I expected.
For me, it was the bigness. The first time I heard it, I was like, he's a madman. He's trying to make something that the world has made only 4 or 5 times in large parts, in big industries like Hollywood. And when he's speaking of a Ridley Scott film, or that's what plays in your mind. So growing up in a place like India, growing up with Amar Chitrakatha type of tales, growing up with the Ramayana, with the Mahabharata, and suddenly you're getting to do all of that in a motion picture. I think what more can one ask for?
I am a huge राजमौली सर फैन. So उनकी पिक्चरें मैं जब से मैंने काम करना शुरू किया तभी से मैं उनकी पिक्चरें देखती आई हूँ. एक्चुअली मैंने स्टोरी तक तो बात गई नहीं. आई मीन ऑफ कोर्स उन्होंने मुझे स्टोरी पूरी तरह से बताई एंड मेरा किरदार क्या है सब समझाने के बाद ही आई केम ऑन बोर्ड. कोई भी एक्टर के लिए राजमौली सर के साथ एक्ट करना वो अपॉर्चुनिटी शायद कोई भी नहीं गंवाना चाहे. So for me, he got me, he had me there. How did you live in the skin of the character intensely?
If we didn't live in the skin, Rajamouli would have taken off our skin. So we better
So
live
we
in
have an
it.
option, ideally.
Means like the main lead and I'm doing like 2 characters like father and son. To get in the character it took some time, but because it was like we have a lot of time for like discussions and this gap and all its time. It's good in a way like you can think better about the character and you can go into the character. In that way it helped a lot for both the characters.
For me, this is a completely new characterization. I'm playing Avantika in this film. Well, it was actually easy and difficult in a strange way because I've never done something like that. So I had the only reference point was what my director was telling me. So Rajamouli sir was explaining to me what he wanted in every shot. That's what I used to do.
See, one is first large credit is to the writer director himself, to Rajamouli, because he has this extreme precision in terms of the way he writes, and like I remember once I was given the first draft, I was also given a 20-page note on what I am, what Balal Deva, the character in this film, really is. And apart from that, I was also given a little book of how this kingdom is built. See, it's a fictional kingdom. It's a tale that happens many, many years ago in a land far, far away in that form. But a very detailed space. It's got geography, it's got how the waterways were planned, how the exit routes, and all those maps. There was a map of Mahishmati as a kingdom. So I'm saying, so that much detail was there. So you kind of get transported into a world that you believe in. And then you play out this character, and then you just live it every single day. That was it for me in terms of...
I know Rajamouli from last 10 years now. I think he's one of the best, and he's a great person, like he's a beautiful soul, I can say. See, like he's like my guru, I can say, and we have spent a lot of time. I know Rajamouli is like outside the film, he's like a little Buddha, smiling, cool. He has a nice aura around his head and all, but otherwise when you go on the set, he's like completely into the monitor. He's like madly passionate. Sometimes he's like looking into you and you don't know where he's looking. He's like that. And I think this film, it's not really easy to make. Like it is 3-4 years he's like I'm completely into the film. Like Bulgaria when he came, morning 4 o'clock he used to wake up and he used to do editing. From morning 7 to 6 we shot, and from after 7 he's in the music sittings and all. I don't know how we worked like that, but it is like I think because of him, the Baahubali can never happen. Otherwise, it's impossible.
Yeah. The music of the film is done by his name is Kirwani actually, and in Mumbai, people would probably know him as Cream. Baahubali, the kind of film it is, it requires a lot of extravagance even in the way it sounds. It's not only the way it looks, and the sound is going to eventually complement what the visuals are. So there is bigness even in the way, even the kind of sounds he's used. and most of the songs in the film are very situational, and they only kind of take the story forward.
The first time I heard the soundtrack of the Mahishmati, The Kingdom, and we were actually cutting a promo. That's the first time I heard that song, and in fact, that's when the first time the Dharma team had come to Hyderabad to watch the rushes and the footage. So that's when this song was first. I heard it the first time as an audience, and I had goosebumps that day, and that song still does that to me. All right, 10th of July. That's the date. Remember it. Baahubali is coming. Thank you.
See the intensity.